Will the Bengals go to Dallas, beat the Cowboys, and right the ship after an ugly Week 1 loss? Let's get to our key matchups, keys to victory, and our official prediction right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Outside of Paycor Stadium, where the Bengals set to travel on Saturday down to Dallas, down to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, to take on the Dallas Cowboys, the Dak Prescott-less Dallas Cowboys. And it's going to be a really interesting matchup, mostly in my eyes because the how matters to me. And I've said that a ton on Locked On Bengals this week, and I'm going to say it here. It's because the Bengals should win this game. And that's not cocky. That's not arrogant. Look at the injuries that the Cowboys have dealt with. The Bengals pretty healthy going into this game. And so looking at it, the Bengals should be able to handle business against Dallas. But stay for my prediction. But I got to get to some keys here and why the how matters. A 20-17 win, well, that's not reassuring. Because would you expect the Bills to go to Dallas this week and win by a field goal? Would you expect the Chiefs to go to Dallas this week and win by a field goal? If the Bengals are true AFC contenders, and they certainly didn't play it like it last week against the Steelers, they need to go to Dallas and win handedly. Now, what is that? What are the keys? Well, first off, you can't turn the ball over, and the Cowboys have been really good at forcing turnovers, led by Trayvon Diggs over the past couple of seasons. Forced a turnover against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers last week, and it's not like Tom isn't good at taking care of the ball. So that defense is tough, but you can't turn the ball over. So let's start there. 2, Micah Parsons. Do not let Micah Parsons wreck the game because Micah Parsons is a freak. And I know T.J. Watt wrecked the game last week. Micah Parsons can do that and then some. Why? Because he can move around. One play, Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn can have him matched up against Jonah Williams. Then he'll flip sides, and he's matched up against La'el Collins. Then he'll move inside, and he'll be one-on-one with Cordell Volson in space, and you get my point. And I would not be shocked at all if Dan Quinn tries to go after the fourth-round rookie a bit. Parsons wins with speed. He wins with power. He's one heck of a football player. And so don't let him wreck the game. He's going to make plays. He's going to get pressures. He's going to make it tough at times. Don't let him wreck the game. And the good news is the Bengals experience that some with T.J. Watt. The hard part is he moves around. So it's not like Watt where Watt just lines up over the right tackle and goes to work. Moving him around, it makes it more challenging. So containing that. Defensively, they need to force some turnovers. I don't think they got enough heat on Mitch Trubisky in Week 1, and that led to the lack of turnover opportunities. The Steelers were really conservative with their game plan, and I think the Cowboys are going to go in doing that too, saying, all right, let's force some turnovers on defense, and let's be conservative on offense, get points when they're there, and be okay with punting the ball and not having any disaster plays. It's up to Trey Hendrickson. It's up to DJ Reader, B.J. Hill. It's up to these guys, Sam Hubbard, of course, Joseph Osai, only 11 snaps, we'll see there. Force some disaster plays. Give Chidobe Awuzie a chance to make a play on the ball. Maybe Jesse Bates makes a play this week and can get a big turnover early because the Bengals need to get off to a good start. The last thing you want to do is have and I know some people have talked about it this week, a Mike Flight White situation, which happened last year with the Jets, where you just let a team hang around, you're sleepwalking on the road, and then you punch, and you have a lead late in the fourth or midway through the fourth, and they punch back. And that's what happens, especially on the road. So get off to a quick start. Don't let them believe that they're going to win with Cooper Rush and company. That means the offense, don't turn it over, and get a big play or two. Trayvon Diggs, I mentioned him. He's good. He's got a nose for the football. We've heard that. But you know what he also does? Takes a lot of risks. All right? And if you're Joe Burrow, if you're Jamar Chase, if you're these wide receivers, you know what you need to do? Make him pay for that. Double moves, different things like that. That's what you want to see. And Trayvon Diggs and Jamar Chase know each other well. Chase went up against Diggs a lot in 2019 when Diggs was a member of the Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. LSU went down there, and they beat Tua Tagovailoa and all of those talented Crimson Tide, including Trayvon Diggs. So we'll see if they can exploit that matchup. And I'm curious because you got Brian Callahan this week talking about Jamar Chase and praising him, just giving him all the praise in the world. Joe Burrow says, let's get him the ball more. I think Jamar Chase is going to get fed the ball, especially early. So can you find a way to get him in the mix early on? That wasn't the case against the Steelers, to get this offense going and get this offense in a rhythm. I think that's a really big deal, because if you get off to a fast start, even if you do have a turnover, well, you already have the momentum, so it doesn't hurt as bad. Turnovers hurt much more when you're down 17-3 or you're down 10-3 and you throw a pick six on the second play of the game. And that's the thing. Some people have asked me about Joe Burrow. I expect Joe Burrow to play much, much better this week. I expect him to be on his A game. I expect him to remind everyone why he's the reigning comeback player of the year. Struggled, especially in the first half, just poor decision-making in week one. I don't anticipate that being the case. I don't think he's going to be late. I think he'll be sharp on his throws, and I think that this offense is going to have a big game. I'm going to get to my prediction in just a second, but I have to tell you about my bookie, because if you think the Bengals are going to win, and maybe win by a lot, well, you got to get to my bookie. Or maybe you like a couple games this week and you want to make a teaser. You can do that too. With what? My bookie. So don't delay. Get there now, sign up, and use promo code BengalsTalk, because you're going to get a double deposit bonus with promo code BengalsTalk. You want to make a $500 deposit initially and start spending a little money and trying to earn a bunch of money, win money back. You know how you do that? You go there, my bookie, you deposit $500. They're going to double it. It's free money that you could take advantage of with promo code BengalsTalk. BengalsTalk, BengalsTalk. Make sure you go to MyBookie, sign up. I've used MyBookie. It's awesome. It's really easy to use. And best of all, it's going to make your Sunday much, much more interesting. So make sure you go there now. MyBookie. Use promo code BengalsTalk for a double deposit bonus. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this game is simple to me. I think the Bengals are going to win, and they should win pretty handily. The how matters, and I think the how afterwards, and we're going to be in Dallas, by the way, covering it every step of the way. I think afterwards we're going to be talking about a double-digit loss here for Jerry Jones's Dallas Cowboys. I think Joe Burrow is going to play well. This defense is going to force some turnovers and play well. Cooper Rush has been in the system. I think he'll get some points. It's not going to be like a 19-3 game, even though that Cowboys offense struggled even with Dak Prescott last week. I think they'll be a little bit better. I think Micah Parsons will make some plays. Trayvon Diggs might even make a play or two. But ultimately, the Bengals go down there to AT&T Stadium and win by double digits, 27-17. They still don't get to that 30-point mark, and that's the standard for me. I want this offense to average 30. Maybe we'll see if they do that in week 3. But I do think they get the win, 27-17. The Bengals improve to 1-1 and rebound after an ugly week 1 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have a ton of coverage of this game on this channel throughout the week. We've had a ton. The OT with Elise Jesse, Joe Goodberry's Bengals on the Brain Show, all of our locker room interviews. So all you have to do, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, also go to MyBookie. Use promo code BengalsTalk. We can't wait. First road trip of the season. We'll be in Dallas, and we're going to be bringing you the greatest coverage, the best coverage right here on YouTube when it comes to your Cincinnati Bengals all throughout the game, before, after, and if you want more Bengals coverage, make sure you check out allbengals.com, the Locked On Bengals podcast. So, for Andrew Fox-Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now, outside of Paycor Stadium, right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.